Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video. So today, continuing on with our Tamara character build and the Caren character build, this is actually going to be a 2-for-1 special, 2 videos in one. This is actually going to be the showcasing Caren and showcasing Tamara here. Really quickly, I'm going to go through this really fast. Caren, I'm using Phantom Necrosis with a defense focus. I'm using a Prima Vista with a defense focus. I have her full defense gear. This was my Mad Scientist build that I built for her. I really enjoy it. I think it's really funny. She actually loses some speed. I really enjoyed this build. This build's really funny for me. I really have a lot of fun with it. It needs some fine tuning, but it definitely has some funny moments, and I can't wait to show you guys that. And then we have Tamara here, which if you've watched my Tamara breakdown video, you already kind of know. We're running Rampaging Caracal for the marked debuff, Absolute Music for the damage buff for everybody else, Speed Gear trying to get that crit chance as high as we possibly can. This was a pre-purchase set that I just bought for her. It was really easy. It was pretty good focuses on crit chance and attack, making her at least semi-viable for everything that I've been using her for. It's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but it gets the job done. And sometimes when you have new characters, especially for PvP, you really do just want to crush everything. So this team works up to Masterless Guardian stage 11. I've been using this team. We have Caren here. We have Tamara here. We have Poolside Regina. Her gear is a little jacked up, but that's fine. She's just kind of here to help us lock this motherfucker down. Then we have Roxie as well. Roxie's a very good support unit for this, and this is the main reason why we are going to be doing a lot of our debuffing, is because of good old Roxie here. So, without further ado, we're going to jump right into it. Alright, so immediately for the first wave here, you realistically are just going to want to hit him with your S1s. Roxy's going to do her thing. Or Maxie's going to do her thing. Poolside Gina is here just to keep lockdown on everything. And yeah, 11,000, and that wasn't even a crit. 12,000 on one target. Yeah, so my Caren's really slow, but hits like a fucking train. I love it. So immediately, as long as you get Tamara at 3 stars, you will have access to her burst 2. This is the one that really matters. If you can get her to 5 stars before you really attempt this, you don't have to. You can do it with the extra turn. Again, you don't have to. I'm going to be doing it because it does make this a little bit easier, a little bit more consistent. But again, you don't need to, because then you can immediately fire off with the S3 as well. He's got a defense reduction, so now we're going to really try to mop him. Again, so the reason why we use this team is because he has a bunch of things that essentially, if he has debuffs, his ultimate here does less damage. And then if you don't crit him, the cooldown gets reduced, which is bad. So we want to crit him every time we possibly can. And then we want to get rid of the 2 shittos, because as soon as we get rid of those 2 shittos, then we have less targets that we can miss. We have less targets that we can miss crits on. Because even if you miss a crit on these little guys, it still actually takes away from that cooldown. So we definitely don't want that. This is what your burst tree is going to look like. You want her starting because you want that shock debuff, the weakness gauge bonuses, and then the marked. And marked right here automatically becomes a target for attacks and takes increased damage. Being able to take that increased damage is super helpful. And if you notice, we do a tremendous amount of damage to this guy. 43,000. I mean, that's not bad at all. And then I'm going to turn this on because I want you guys to see this. I want you guys to see how much damage she does. I hope she crits. she did. Boom, 30k. Like I said, she is slow, but she hits like a train and is really hard to die. So it takes a tremendous amount of effort for her to die, which is one of the reasons why I like her so much. And then another reason why we want Maxie here is because of her burst 2. In a situation like this, when we have 1 turn cooldowns on everything, if you use her burst 2, debuff duration increases. So those 1s turn to 2s. And then the 2s that she inflicts actually turn into 3s. So now he has an extra turn of marked, and he has 2 additional shock turns. And now he's going to do nothing in terms of damage. That was his ultimate skill. The one that wipes your team every time. Yeah, that one. And then we're just going to finish him off with a skill chain. And there you go. That's basically it. This is how these two work together as a team. They absolutely wipe the floor with this guy. If you look at their stuff here, Tamara definitely didn't do a lot of damage, didn't really take a lot of damage, but her abilities are what allowed us to do that tremendous damage, and allowed Maxie here to be able to stick her debuffs as well as she did. Caren here was able to dish out a good bit of damage. I mean, she did the second highest, and the only reason why was because Maxie was able to lay on those debuffs as hard as she was. If she was not able to lay on those debuffs as hard as she was, Caren definitely would have been the MVP when it comes to DPS. So without Caren, it definitely is a lot harder. You can replace her with any other water DPS if you really want to, but I find this combination to work really, really well. If you don't have a beachside Regina, because she is the summer unit, I don't know if you guys are missing her or what. If you are missing her, however, what I would say is probably replace her with maybe, let's see, who do we have here? Who's a good Beth? Realistically, you replace her with Beth. Beth is another good unit to lay on those debuffs if you don't have a poolside Regina. Poolside Regina is nice because of what she does, but if you just don't have her, Beth is another great choice. So that's what I would recommend. There's not really, that's Masterless Guardian. There's literally nothing else to him. I don't know if I could beat 12 with this team. I can give it a try though. I beat 12 a different way with a different character. I don't take Caren for 12 actually, but just because the debuffs are a little bit harder to lay on this guy because he's got a higher resilience. So it is a lot harder to lay on those debuffs. But we'll definitely give it the old college try real quick. I am never against giving it the old college try. Bye-bye. Alright. So, same thing as before. I will be using the extra turn because, of course I will. Okay. Bam. Punch, punch. Definitely want this. Crit everything, please. Thank you. Definitely want to hit this. Nice, we crit everything again. We are going to now burst. As long as we keep hitting crits, we're okay. So, as long as we just continuously hit these crits, the boss is not going to be too much of a problem. As long as we eat this hit okay. Crit this too, please. Thank you. Debuff duration increased on big man here. So we didn't get that increase. We didn't get to add any other shocked debuffs onto it, which is the problem. But we'll be all right, I think. As long as we can break him, I think we'll be fine. If we can break him before he enrages, like that, we'll be fine, because we can lay on these debuffs again. Realistically, we could probably do this, yeah. So we definitely want to lay on him, and now it doesn't really matter if we crit because he's broke. He's broken right now, so we can kind of just lay on him. And not really, there's not really a penalty to it. So we can kind of just keep laying on him. We'll just do defense pen. I don't think we need to change to the enhanced attack personally. 30,000. All right, he enrages. He mad. He a mad boy. Yeah, we definitely want to pop this. Otherwise, we are donezo. This is what the problem is it doesn't sync up. These guys don't sync up quite right. But we should still be able to win, because we are going to be laying on these debuffs rather thick, and we're still going to be hitting him pretty hard. There we go. And then we're going to hit him with this. There we go. Just like that. Easy peasy. And see, Caren's MVP this time because probably her damage. Yeah. I mean, they were pretty... All three of them were pretty close in damage. The only difference is that Caren just ended up squeaking out another 40,000. And mind you, Caren doesn't get to attack as often as the other ones. So she definitely just gets to hang out. And I mean, look at the damage she took. She took 227 damage. That's it. That's all she took.
When you
It was 227. You know, Beachside Regina definitely took a lot more. But I mean, she got hit with the AoE with everybody else. And look how much damage everyone else took. It's because her defense stat is so high. It's one of the problems with releasing another defensive-based character is that they get broken really, really fast. Because the higher their defense, the less damage they take. I know I've done mostly pretty normal, standardized builds for everybody. However, I'm in love with this build. This build is so fun. I love this build. And it can get... It could get better if I get better defensive rolls on here and here. This is a pretty good roll in my opinion. This one probably could be changed, like the attack just changes to defense. This one's an okay roll if I can change again that attack into defense. And then this one is a pretty solid roll if I can change that resilience to maybe crit damage. But I love her build for this. This was my Mad Scientist build. This is what took me so long, was trying to build this. And I really enjoyed this Mad Scientist build. She was allowing me to be able to create this character that I think breaks a lot of the norms that we typically see. We see such a speed heavy norm nowadays with a lot of metas and content. Her literally being minus 16 speed is so fun for me. I don't think you guys understand how fun that her build actually is. Definitely, if you have a defensive Phantasm Necrosis and like you just have this stuff laying around, give it a try. It is so fun. I really like this. Being able to counterattack is super cool. But she just takes reduced damage, which is so helpful. Like, I have so much fun with this character build. I think you guys should definitely give it a try. And of course, and it's going to sound really bad, Tamara, very good build. Just a good character all around. She does her support role so well. She's not here to do a lot of crazy damage. She's not here to take a lot of hits. She is here to basically allow your team to roll over this boss and stab it in the stomach 13 times and then watch it bleed out. Like, she does such a good job of enabling your team to do what they want to do while also shutting down the boss and not letting the boss steamroll your squad. 110%. I love this. I love these two. They are very solid characters. And I didn't really like the twins. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really like the twins. After using Roxie for this, I really enjoy her. Like, I love her kit. That sounded wrong. Don't take me out of context. I really enjoy her kit, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see what I can make Maxie do in on Chimera, which I am going to be trying to do next. Not right now. However, she is kind of the next focus. As soon as we get some fire characters on banner, I'm sure I will have it figured out by then. But right now I'm focusing on Kappa and Charlotte and really trying to figure out how I'm going to get these two to really show off their skills and show off their abilities. But with that, I'm going to leave this one here. I hope you guys found this entertaining. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys are inspired to maybe try your own mad scientist build of some other characters. Understand that it may not work out every single time, but definitely search out some meta breakers. They are fun to mess around with, I promise you. And sometimes they do shine in places you would not normally expect them to. Definitely give them a try. I hope you guys get inspired by this to maybe try your own content with some other characters that you really thought would be fun. It is a lot of fun to try to just make your own character and really try to build a character in a way that no one else is and just running with it. It was a lot of fun coming up with this. I bounced a lot of ideas off of Shiro. Say hi, Shiro. He was super helpful with it. There are no irregulars here. You are correct. But with that, I'm going to stop monologuing. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed, learned something, found it entertaining, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.